If you're over 40 and secretly panicking about retirement, this video might change the way you see your life. Because nobody warned us that midlife doesn't arrive quietly. One day, you're busy surviving, paying bills, raising a family, working nonstop. Then, suddenly, you wake up at 2 a.m. wondering, how much do I actually have saved? What happens if I can't work anymore? Did I waste too much time? And when you're the only income earner in your family, that fear hits differently because there's no backup paycheck, no safety net, no room to completely fall apart. And honestly, that pressure can make you feel like you're drowning silently while still functioning every single day. I know because that was me. At 46, I realized I had spent years focused on survival, but almost no time preparing for my future. I thought hard work alone would eventually save me. Here's the painful truth nobody tells working adults. You can work hard for decades and still arrive at midlife financially unprepared. That realization broke me for a while because I started doing the math. Retirement accounts, debt, emergency savings. How many working years I realistically had left. And the scariest part, I realized time moves terrifyingly fast once you hit midlife. The years no longer feel long. They disappear. That's when I understood something most people avoid talking about. A lot of adults are not financially lazy. They are emotionally exhausted, especially single-income families. You spend so much energy keeping everyone afloat that your future becomes something you keep postponing. I'll start investing later. I'll learn retirement stuff later. I'll fix my finances later. Then, later suddenly becomes your 40s. And here's where everything changed for me. One night, I opened my banking app, fully expecting to feel hopeless. Instead, I felt angry. Not because I was broke, but because nobody ever taught normal working people how money actually works. Nobody explained investing in simple terms. Nobody taught us how important consistency is. Nobody explained that small amounts invested over time can still change your future. I genuinely thought investing was only for rich people. Meanwhile, I was over here trying to stretch one paycheck across an entire household. But I started anyway. Not perfectly, not with huge money, not with some overnight success story. I started with small weekly investments. And I need you to hear this part carefully because this changed my entire mindset. The money didn't change my life immediately. The habit did. Because every week I invested, I stopped feeling powerless. For the first time in years, I felt like I was financially doing something for my future self instead of only surviving today. And if you stay until the end of this video, I tell you the biggest financial lesson midlife taught me. The one that completely changed how I see money, aging, and retirement. Because this lesson has nothing to do with becoming rich. It has everything to do with peace. See, social media lies to people in midlife. It makes it seem like everyone your age already has perfect retirement accounts, paid off homes, luxury vacations, passive income. Meanwhile, many normal adults are quietly sitting in parking lots before work trying not to cry from stress. That's real life. And if you relate to that, you are not failing. You are carrying a level of pressure most people never talk about publicly. Especially if you're the responsible one, the dependable one, the provider, the person everyone counts on. Responsibility changes people. It makes you practical. It makes you tired. And sometimes, it makes you forget yourself completely. That's another thing I wish I knew before midlife hit. You can spend so much time taking care of everyone else that you accidentally abandon your future self. That realization hurt me deeply because I started wondering, what happens to people like us when our bodies get tired? When we can't work endless hours anymore? When retirement is no longer someday, but actually getting close? That fear can either paralyze you or wake you up. For me, it became a wake-up call. I stopped trying to look successful online. I stopped caring about impressing people. I stopped buying things just to feel temporarily better. Because midlife teaches you something powerful. Peace is more valuable than appearances. And honestly, that may be the most financial freeing lesson of all. These days, my goals look different. I don't dream about becoming flashy rich overnight. I dream about less stress, more stability, a funded emergency account, retirement savings growing quietly in the background, being able to breathe without constant panic. That's the kind of wealth I want now. And here's the biggest lesson midlife taught me. The goal is not to become rich fast. The goal is to become less financially fragile year after year. That sentence changed my life. Because once I understood that, I stopped feeling behind. I started focusing on progress instead of shame. And if you're watching this thinking, I'm too late, please hear me carefully. Starting late is still starting. You are not disqualified from building a better future just because life forced you into survival mode for years. In fact, many people in midlife become more disciplined because they finally understand how precious time really is. So, if you're over 40, overwhelmed, financially anxious, exhausted from carrying everyone, you are not alone. And you are not out of time. But you do need to start. Start small. Start scared. Start messy. Start with $50 if that's all you can do. Because 5 years from now will arrive whether you prepare for it or not. And future you is begging you not to ignore this anymore. I'm documenting what it really looks like to build a financial stability in midlife as a single income earner, honestly, imperfectly, and without pretending to have everything figured out. Maybe we're not too late after all. Maybe this is simply the chapter where we finally wake up.